Good afternoon. Ngayong hapon sa mga participants, fellow brothers and sisters. No, dili nakita. Can we settle down now? Again, ngayong hapon. Our topic for this afternoon is Christian family. So, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Sige kong balik-balik kung good afternoon. Ito daw, atod sa mainit, ang ito ang pastada dere, ang hapon. Mainit na hapon. When BCBP course leader Bro Kaiser called me up para to give this talk, Christian family, wala kung nagduha-duha, insigida, sugot diretso. Di ba Bro Kaiser? Baliban ni Bro Kaiser. I did not hesitate. But the moment I put down the phone and ended the call, na-realize na kung saan tayo nagbuhat. Murag isugot mo ko. No, because for one, I considered myself and my partner, kuya, si Tata, we are a young couple, and for us to deliver this topic, Christian family, akong thinking magod na siguro dito na ni sa katong mga senior na gamay na members, no, nga nagdugay na sa family life. Pareha ni Bro Kukoy o Mrs. JD. Bago pa mag-urbe, ay nagbago no, mga 10 years ni. Happy kami mag 10 years as a couple. And I thought na napay mas better situated to deliver the topic. But here we are. Thank God, praise God that we have, that God gave us the courage to be here in front of you. So who am I to refuse God who was abundantly blessed my family, no, my loving family. Loving kay we are full of love. Diba? Sa lecture kagabi na ni Tito Molly, love God, love neighbor, love of wife. So, our topic for today is Christian family again. No? It is said that it is the most precious of human possessions. No, unsa man lagi ka pagmata mo sa buntag imong una-una di ba pamilya, pamilya kong pamilya, kuya, kong partner. There's this longing, no, for us to belong in a relationship, no, sa kuan imong isig ka tao, no, eventually may imong na why the same way sa atong community, di ba? There's this need, no, to be part of in a relationship, a loving community. No, and the family is the basic unit of human society. No, kung ingon sila sa community, the basic unit of community is the barangay. Sa society, human society, it is the family. No, they said na if ang pamilya guba, it follows that the society itself eventually will be affected. No, maguba po ng society. Kaya weak man ang force ng pamilya. So that's the importance of family. No, we consider it precious, and it is the basic unit of human society. The well-being of the individual person in both human and Christian society is closely tied with the healthy state of conjugal and family life. So if you think about it, teaching is, di ba, if you come from a good family, there's a big chance or big possibility na ang imong ma-produce sa mga anak mo will be ang panguna-una, no, ang well-being, no, ang psyche sa imong ipaproduce, no, ng mga offspring, no, out of that union, out of that relationship. So it is closely tied with the family. No, ingon tayo, everything begins at home, di ba? So education and love, and when you grow up, you produce good kids, you produce children who are useful in the society, no? And eventually the cycle goes on. produce good, our kids will become good people, good individuals. All starts with the family. No? Dili sa eskwelahan, but sa pamilya. So, next slide. Slide 2. Yes. Brothers and sisters, Tata and I have been married for 9 years, turning 10 years this June 23. Saan ka ba? 10 years na? Okay, wala na siya. Tanong na po numero. June 23, by the day mo tanan. Ako, asa tapit. No, I'm originally from Cagayan de Oro. While Tata was born and raised here in Davao, Davawin niya akong asawa. We are blessed with 2 kids. One is Micaela Andrea, the eldest, who is 8 years old. And ako ni ko iho, si Jacob Andre is 6 years old. He will also turn 7. So 1 year lang, paspas mi sa una, pero nahinay-hinay lang. It's very important, no? We're gonna build a family, Christian family. Early on in our relationship with my then ex-girlfriend, even before our marriage, Tata and I knew the importance of a healthy and strong family. I come from a devout Catholic family, which is why one of the criteria I was looking for would be a partner that belongs in the Catholic Christian faith. But I knew then that Tata was Protestant. I am Catholic, she is Protestant. Then my fears then, na bakit maging issue later on, di ba? Kaya ako, coming from a devout, I remember one time when my parents learned that I had a girlfriend from another faith, medyo ma-feel na ko ang ilahang, ano ba? Although, I knew my parents as nice people, no? Very kind, then very, pero lahit ka ito, they were still nice, but they were, kining dili kayo warm. I feared then that it would become an issue. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, says, and I quote, "The Lord God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a suitable partner for him."
Good afternoon again, everyone. I'm Tata, the wife of Carl. When Carl and I were still uyab, I knew then that he is from Cagayan de Oro and he just came here for law school. And I'm from Davao. And when we were getting serious na, again, that's the issue I'm kind of worried at that time because my father was very strict and I know talaga na hindi siya papayag na aalis ako ng Davao. And being the bunso, alam ko talaga. Add to the fact that Carl is a Catholic and we are Protestant and wala pa sa family namin na magpa-convert to other faith. So that was the 2 issues na parang I was worried.
Kidding aside, guided by our love and desire to have a strong family, the issues we both feared for each other never really became an issue. Tata willingly offered to be converted to the Catholic faith and go through the several weeks of catechism and was eventually baptized as a Catholic. I, on the other hand, wholeheartedly agreed that I will relocate here in Davao. All this had the blessings of our supportive and loving parents. Wala kami ipalisdan. No, gindan namin na, kamo, dagko naman mo, it's up to you. No? So on June 23, 2012, Tata and I were married before the Catholic Church in St. Joseph, Saksak, where we have here in Davao, and we have lived here in Davao since yun nagpabitbit ang asawa dito sa Cagayan. Hindi lang hindi sa Davao. And she, on the other hand, embraced the Catholic faith. So, why do you think, brothers and sisters, na we brought this up early as part of our talk? Because then we thought if we're gonna raise a Christian family, and later on we will be confronted with teaching our kids no, kung unsa man ang sakto, no, ng Christian faith, it would be contrary siguro sa ilang makita if later on ma-realize ng bata na si mama protestante, si papa katoliko. So they will be, ako yung una na there might be a crisis sa ilang understanding. So, paunsa na lang magsimba, di ba? Magsimba, lahi karong sa bana, sunod, lahi na po. So, we decided na if we're gonna raise a Christian Catholic family, isa lang. No, padita mag-bisod, dali na po masabtan sa mga bata. Although di man layo ang teachings, no, but it's good to belong in one church, the Catholic Church, para may identity ang family namin. Kung kami, we will hear Mass, and we will go to church in one, as one. No? God is good all the time, di ba? In Matthew chapter 19, verse 5 to 6, it says, and I quote, "For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and cling to his wife, and the two shall become as one. Thus they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, let no man separate what God is." Na madumong na ito ng mga lines, but if we come to analyze, to read deeply into that message, it's very important. No, dili siya na kanang basta lang ito, phrase lang sa Bible. It's full of meaning. No, because the institution of marriage and family life is rooted in these Bible scriptures. Now, we had our own shares of ups and downs as married couple. We had tapuhans every once in a while, but we never really allowed ourselves to figure in big fights. At look, ko. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, dili kayo may abayong na couple. Kung panagsar, bitag-away mo? Maybe because Tata took to heart the passage in the Bible, in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verses 22, 25, and 28. It says, and I quote, "Wives should be submissive to their husbands, as if to the Lord, because the husband is the head of his wife, just as Christ is head of his body, the church. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loves the church. He gave himself up for her. Husbands should love their wives as they do their own bodies." Usubot ba mo ani? No, submissive daw ang wife. No, but the teaching sa atong Christian Catholic faith, it speaks of the love and self-surrender of spouses, and so of a mutual subordination. Dili dahil siya na one-sided lang. No? It is mutual respect, mutual love, and understanding. No? A submissiveness, an example of which is Tata being here now beside me. Okay, originally, we thought that this topic will be delivered by me only. But ako, when I read the manuscript, I figured Christian family. Pero dapat family, dapat apil ang misis, di ba? Or amin ang mga anak. Kaya nalagyan ang anak, di pa kayo makastorya, di pa sila madamay. Di ba? But damay-damay na ni. Because Tata is not the type of person who is comfortable speaking in front of people. For most of you who know her, machika siya, but di na siya mga tubang sa dagang tao, kaya haglok na siya. No? But, para daw kay Lord, para kay husband, no? Kay sama-sama sa saya, sama-sama sa kaba. That's our motto. We do things together. Kung pwede galing, mag-partner mi sa kusanina. So, one. So, that's, submissiveness. But dili lang, again, it is anchored on mutual subordination. Dili siya na lamang ka sa partner, no? Kaganina, na-share ni Tito Molly na you have to love yourself for you to be able to give love. No? So, kami, we are one. No? Husband and wife. We love each other. I love my wife. She loves me. So, it is through that love that we share to our kids, no, our anak namo. We make it a point that they see us caring for mutual respect, no, caring for each other. Kiss me. Di na mo pansin na sa ilahan, no? Dili, kita mo na sa mga bata. Sila po na yun, masking pag nag-iPad na sila, buya nila na iPad mo, at minsan sila sa awa mag-hug. So it's the little things, no, matter. No, when it's not about saying the words, no, kasi tata, hindi siya showy. No, hindi siya pixulting. And she's not the type who expresses her love through words, no, more on ano siya. Her language of love is touch and kanang sa actions. So, palayo.
In observing this, however, we are always minded it's about mutual subordination. It is about mutual love and self-surrender. So, mutual. It is about observing equal personal dignity of wife and husband. A dignity acknowledged by equal and total love. Brothers and sisters, sadly in our society, a spouse who is being submissive actually gains a negative perception na that spouse is under. Especially if the husband is a submissive husband. Yun agad ang assume agad yung iba na under or third na takot sa asawa. But that is not the case with married couples who embrace the idea of, again, mutual love and self-surrender. Equality in love. As St. Paul has said, for the wife does not rule over her own body, but the husband does. Likewise, the husband does not rule over his own body, but the wife does.
Katulad na verse, dito niya akong nakamugna, no? It has basis, no, from the scriptures. It's taken from the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 4. So, naaday sa atong PowerPoint. Ang ako po dahil pagka-submissive, ako dahil nag-prepare ani, siya lang nag-kuhan. Mas busy na kayo po sa kusina. Okay, sige. Hindi na ako kontra, kasi hindi ko kuhan makanto. No? God made the married state the beginning and foundation of human society. The apostolate of married persons and of families has special importance for both the church and civic society. Christian couples are for each other. For their children are cooperators of grace and witnesses of their faith. Parents have the obligation to pass on the faith and to educate them into that faith. Brothers and sisters, I am a living witness to the ideals of a Christian family. God blessed me with a wonderful family. I have prayerful parents and caring brothers and sisters. I would like to believe that I am a product of a Christian family. I saw in my parents the value they put in giving their trust in the Lord. In everything. As in everything. Maski ka-remember ko sa una, nagkong mga problema, si Lord na bahala. Makita na nila mas mama, sige nag-ampo sa gilid. Ako na si mama. In fact, akong mama no, kaya nag-stay man siya dali sa Davao for, like last week lang no? O ano siya, nakita siya sa ako ang anak, si Mika. Siya, Mama, why are you always praying? Kaya pero meron siya, ano siya sa kwarto, na sige ko lang siya, pinala ko anak ko, sige pa ako na mama. And my mom answered her, I'm praying for the family. I'm praying for you. So, I'm happy because nakita sa mga anak the value of prayer. We pray, and even if ako, what we always remind our kids is praying. It's not just about sitting down and focus ka na pray ka. You pray if you have the time, no, maski drive ka, maski nadula siya, maski nadagan siya, diba? Maski nagkaligo, maski nag-CR, diba? We can talk to God. That's prayer already. So that's what we share to our kids. No? Seeing this from our parents, Tata and I are always reminded of our roles as parents to two growing kids. We have the obligation to pass on our Christian faith to our kids. We make it a point to pray together every night before going to bed, and we hear Mass every Sunday. Then, naano po daw ganina kay Tito Molly, na kung pwede, magsimba na ganito dito sa simbahan, not just the online. No, it's one thing na learn kung ako mo na hindi siya sapat. No? But again, there's always room for improvement sa ato ang relationship with God. Any way possible, any way we think na kailangan na to create a lasting relationship with God and we show it to our kids. It's already a move towards a positive change and growth to my anak. So, next slide.
But marriage and family life is not always a bed of roses. It is not always rainbows and butterflies. Now more than ever, the Christian family is under attack. There is a widespread secular humanism that attempts to devalue human life and refuses to give human life any sacred and spiritual character. This doctrine logically makes marriage and family life a purely artificial and civil institution devoid of any mutual love and respect, and that marriage and family life is merely the product of a specific economic system, a marriage for convenience.
So, it's an attack sa marriage as an institution. Kay nanay ubano na kanang basta lang for example, mag-minyong para makakuha o citizenship, di ba? I mean, it's okay na siya kung we are really aware of the love, the real, genuine love. But if you're just going to use it as a vehicle to achieve a specific economic advantage or goals, then it becomes an attack on the marriage itself as an institution. Kaya nga naman, balik ta sa primero, it's where society or individual, well-being of the individual starts sa pamilya yun. Economic pressures have added to the woes of the family. Millions more were and were disrupted by the parents being forced to work in distant locations, thereby robbing the family the much-needed time together. Aray man, because ako, I got promoted, and I actually work now in Cagayan, so biyahe paghihapon ko. But I always make it a point to come home as every often, maski nagmahal kay gasolina. Sige lang, kay importante, we should be with our families. No? Babies and children were and are being deprived of good parenting. The number of babies and children who are now deprived of good family life is increasing geometrically. When a child is denied good parenting, he develops personal disturbances of one kind or another. Loses its vitality as the number of disturbed people increases. Sad but true. No, it's very important that we create strong families, and from that strong families we produce good children, healthy well-being sa mga bata. because they will later on become parents themselves. And they will carry on their work, no, in the creation of you go out and multiply. Diba? Ano na siya, ano na to? Sa role as parents. Slide number 8. But brothers and sisters, I have some good news. There is hope. There is always hope in God for every family. We have in our hands the choices we need to make for us to build a Christian family. You decide if you want your family to live in an environment of Christian life. You decide and you act on it. So it's not something na, Christian ko, or I want a Christian family, but you do not work for it. No? Wali ka mag-effort, tuluan mo yung mga anak sa sakto ng mga values. Then, it will always remain only in your minds and in your thoughts. You have to act on it. You have to decide and then act on it. Plan and take the time to build a strong family with Christian values. Schedule your priorities to ensure that the family has time together. Know your priorities. Hindi pwede na wala kang kabalo, no? Palipaling yung decisions when it comes to your families. Family, no, we always, nakadoon na magiging, I'm sure, all of us here, God comes first. No? Family next. Yung silang country, no? But still, we always reminded we are grounded and God comes first. And if you choose God, you always choose your family. Schedule frequent family recreations, among which outings, movies, eating out, but that does not involve, it does not have to involve monetary spending. There are other ways, you know, to spend quality time with our family. We have to strengthen our family. Pray together. The family that prays together stays together, and make it a habit. So sometimes, makalimutan, no, but again, there's always tomorrow. You're always gifted with tomorrow by God. Or tomorrow to make difference, to make decision, to make a conscious effort na i-ano na to ang pamilya. Ayuso na to ang pamilya, tuluan sa sakto ng mga giya ang mga pamahagi. Participate in church services and activities together as a family, like when you belong to a community like BCBP. No? So it strengthens the family. Why? Okay, when you belong in a community like BCBP, it's not only about the husband, the wife, but it involves the entire family. Because we consider it as what you're hearing now from the talks. It is the basic, di ba? Ano sa society, human society. It's the family and the marriage. It goes together. So, example, we, as early as, 2 years na kasi ako mga anak, we teach them na how to pray the rosary. Bahalang magbalintong to ani ilang pagsulti, no? Early on, as young kids, we teach them to pray na. Because it will eventually become a habit for them. As parents, we assume our obligations as educators to teach our children the Christian faith and morals. So next, this is my family. I don't know, siguro part of the reason why they asked me to give this talk. Not siguro on my, sa mga pamilya for tata and our kids, but siguro, I'm also part of a Christian family I'm the second generation na BCBP, and all of my brothers and sisters and their families are BCBP. It's a blessing, it's an answered prayer by my mother and my father na mabulong sa same community. So, yun sila, it's a feat in itself. Tanan anak sa isa kami BCBP member eventually became a BCBP members and active members at that. My brother, parang unit leader, of course, director but they are in Cagayan de Oro, and so we make it a way of living ba, to be with a BCBP because we see in it that somehow it helps us in our goals to create Christian families who espouse mutual love, respect, and equality among our partners. It's not something I should be proud no. We respect each other and we are aware of it. We are a continuing work in progress. We are not perfect, but we strive to reach that goal because we see the importance of having strong Christian families. It's our way of contributing to the society na we produce effective, God-fearing kids. So, next slide. Mo ni akong gusto nyo is-shake appeal ni Sis Tata. My wife. Ay, guwapa daw siya smile, di ba? Never mind, I have a submissive husband and I'm proud of it. Kay happy man akong Mrs., happy na ako. And those are our 2 kids. So, thank you and good afternoon.